In this video, I will describe how to format the annotated bibliography assignment. This week's lesson is devoted to describing how to complete the annotated bibliography assignment. Let's take a quick look at the actual assignment. For this assignment, you're taking the 7 sources that you used for the library resource assignment, ideally. If you need to change any of the sources, if you, for example, find a source that works better for your research paper, that's fine. You do need a minimum of 7 sources, and you may use the sources that you used for the library assignment and also for your essay number 3. But you can use different sources. My idea was to scaffold the assignment so you didn't have to do additional work. However, like I mentioned, sometimes you will find a source that works better, and it's always best to use a source that works better, which may include a little more work for you. Of the 7 sources, 1 must be an academic journal article, and you may include up to 2 personal interviews of subject matter experts related to the topic of your research paper. What you're going to do is take the works cited information, and then you're going to write a short summary for your source. Each summary should consist of 100 to 150 words. That's roughly about a paragraph, 4 to 6 sentences. You want to make sure you're using MLA format, 8th edition. Place your entries in alphabetical order. This is what you're already doing with the works cited assignments for your papers. And as I mentioned, you'll begin each entry with the citation information and then follow that information with a brief summary of your source. If you use a book as a source, I don't expect you to read the entire book. You would just use maybe a chapter and summarize that chapter, and you could put the title of the chapter in your summary so it's clear that you're only focusing on one part of the book. If you're reading academic journal articles, newspaper articles, or an interview, then you will need to summarize the entire text for those sources. My recommendation is to take your works cited for essay number 3 and make a copy of that and make that your starting point for this assignment. Let's take a look at La Lima so you can see the lessons again for this week focus only on creating an annotated bibliography. Please read the information in the lesson, and as a reference I have a sample annotated bibliography for you to review so you can actually see the format required for this assignment. And again, this is using MLA 8th. To set up your annotated bibliography, it's the same format as your papers, your essays. Your last name and page number set up as a header. Your name, my name, the date the assignment is due, and the course. The title will just be Annotated Bibliography, and then you'll jump in with the first source with the citation information. Don't forget your hanging indent. And then the summary goes back to the 1-inch left margin, so it lines up with the first line of the source information. And again, this is where you write your short summary, about a paragraph, 100 and 150 words. In your summary, you want to be brief, include only the controlling or main idea, the major supporting details. You don't want to include minor details. And at the end of the summary, include a sentence that explains how the source or the text is relevant to the topic for your research paper. To help you get started, I have a in-progress annotated bibliography. And this first entry I actually used or created using the Google tool. It's a new tool called Citations, and you can choose which type of format you're using. Of course, we're using MLA. This is what I created earlier. So if you want to add a new citation, you can click that, and you can click here to select the type of text, book, website, journal, newspaper, and then just follow the instructions from there. For our annotated bibliography, again, we want the entries to be in alphabetical order, and we want them correctly formatted. This example I took from the library using the citation tool, so you can see that we need to fix this. It's not properly formatted. But what I'm going to do first is highlight this source. I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to paste it. So now my sources are in alphabetical order. Then I want to highlight this source because it's not correctly formatted. I'm going to choose Arial as the font so it's consistent. And for the size, I want to make sure that the font size is consistent with the other font sizes. So 12 is where it should be. That's good. And I also noticed that the font color is not the same. So I'm going to go here to text color and click on black. And now the font color is the same. And if we want to be sure, we can just highlight the entire document and do that as well, just to make sure everything's the same color. And here, we also want to make sure that this is double spaced. I'm going to highlight this and go to this icon for line spacing, click on it, click double space. Now, this entry is in double space. The only thing we have left to do is add a hanging indent. So I'm going to go to Insert and, oops, sorry about that. I meant to go to Format, not Insert. Go to Align and Indent. Go to Indentation Options. Where it says Special Indent, I'm going to select Hanging and Apply. And you can also do that to the entire document by highlighting the entire document and then going through the same steps that I just used. After that, I'm going to just hit Enter after the second line of the entry, and this is where you write your summary. And that's it. If you have any questions about this assignment, if you need any help formatting your sources, please let me know. I am happy to help. Thank you.